guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have done another what sort of intro was that? You might be thinking by now that I should start doing some Halloween videos, but obviously, judging by this video, I have not yet started. And you also might have noticed that this ear here is going tomato red. The reason being, this ear cuff is absolutely strangling my ear, but I am determined to wear it. Beauty is pain after all. What I wanted to talk to you about today is hooded eyes. What are they? How do you know if you have them? And what can you do about it if you do have them? I would know, considering that I have one hooded eye and one non-hooded eye. This eye is only slightly hooded, but yet it is still hooded and it is still awkward to apply makeup to, especially because they're not even. Don't know if you guys have that. If you do, I feel your pain. So I've got a few tips and tricks that I have written down on my phone here so as that I don't forget any of them. You know what? I'm just going to take this ear cuff off because you can't see it anyway. How can you even tell if you have hooded eyes? What are they? Who has them? Give me an example, Stephanie, please. Do your eyes look puffy? For example, do you have quite a puffy top lid, or does your lower lid look puffy? If you have quite puffy eyes, you very well may have hooded eyes. Does your top lid hang down over the top of your lash line? So when you look at yourself straight on in the mirror, does this top lid here hang down? Does it kind of sag or droop? Or does that area look exceptionally puffy? When you open your eyes and you look at yourself front on in the mirror, can you still see that you have a crease to your eye, or is it pretty much one long lid? If that's making no sense to you at all, here are some celebrity examples of women that have hooded eyes. By the way, I'm not going to insert their pictures here because I'm not really sure about the rules for YouTube with pictures that you don't have the copyright to, and I really don't want YouTube to smack me, so you can Google them yourself and you'll see exactly what I mean. So number one, Jennifer Lawrence, that girl from Hunger Games, she has very hooded eyes. I would say they're more severely puffy, and it's not that she's got kind of saggy hooded eyes, but her eyes are very puffy hooded. You'll see what I mean if you Google her and kind of examine her eyes. You'll be like, oh, that's what you mean. Another celebrity that has very hooded eyes is Blake Lively. She has hooded eyes more similar to mine in that the top lid kind of just droops or sags down. That sounds terrible to say, and you must be picturing these like awful eyes, but really they can still look so beautiful, but that is just the fact of the matter. That's what the eyelids do. Kate Moss. Now Kate Moss does have hooded eyes, and they are getting more hooded as she ages. However, with Kate Moss, you may not notice that she even has hooded eyes because her makeup artist is so good that you can't tell that she even has hooded eyes, and that's what I want you guys to be able to do. So basically, you guys want to get so good at applying makeup to your hooded eyes that people wouldn't even know that you have hooded eyes. Hopefully now you have established whether you do or do not have hooded eyes. Remember, Google these people if you want to see an example of hooded eyes, or you can just look at my eyes like, that's pretty hooded, although hopefully my makeup is done good enough that you can't actually tell that they're hooded. So now that you have established whether you have hooded eyes or not, let's get to know hooded eyes a little bit better just so we know what we're dealing with here. You may find that some days your eyes are more hooded than other days. This happens to me a lot, and I thought that I was the only one that actually happened to until I did a previous video on hooded eyes, and I mentioned that some days I wake up and I have beautiful eyelids and I'm like, my eyes aren't hooded, and then other days I wake up and my eyes, like, I can barely see, they're so hooded. I'm like, do I even have eyelashes? People in the comments below were like, ew, that happens to me too, and I was like, what? So it happens to all of us. From personal experience, there's nothing I've found that you can actually change in order to have less hooded eyes, or what you're doing wrong to have more hooded eyes, if that makes sense. It's literally luck of the draw. Some days I wake up and I've got huge eyelids and no hoods whatsoever, and the crease is nice and defined. Some days I wake up with the exact same amount of sleep and my eyes are hooded. I really can't put it down to anything, it's just completely random, but hey, keeps you guessing. Also, people can be either born with hooded eyes like I was, or your eyes can become hooded as you age. So a lot of mature aged people will find that their eyes start to get a little bit hooded because their top lid will start to sag as your face loses the elastin and collagen, and you'll find that your eyes do become a little bit hooded, and that's absolutely fine. You do not need to worry about it. You just may need to change your makeup application a little bit so that you can adequately flatter your newly hooded eyes. Or if you were like me, you were born with hooded eyes and you have grown up with hooded eyes and you still have hooded eyes, except for the rare day where you wake up with non-hooded eyes. So in a nutshell, let me give you some tips and tricks that I have found in dealing with hooded eyes to make them a little bit less awkward to work with. Use matte eyeshadows instead of shimmery eyeshadows. There are some exceptions to this rule, but generally speaking, that's what you want to do. The reason being, shimmery eyeshadows will always draw attention and they're always going to highlight. And if you have quite puffy eyes or your eyes are hooded, you don't want to be drawing more attention to that, and you certainly don't want to be highlighting the hood. Use matte eyeshadows. What they're going to do is they're going to absorb the light, so they're actually going to make the hood look as though it's receding, and it's going to kind of push that hood back so it looks like you have a lovely crease to the eye, which you don't actually have. Try to avoid applying eyeliner to the tops of your lashes onto your eyelid. I have done videos in detail of this, so I will link them here. If I can figure out how to do it, and I have managed to do it, there will be some kind of link just here which will take you to my hooded eyes do's and don'ts, and you'll see exactly what I mean. But otherwise, strictly speaking, apply your eyeliner to the waterline, and that's still going to frame your eyes. It's going to make them pop, it's going to make them stand out, but it's not going to make your eyes appear more hooded than what they actually are. Pay attention to your eyelashes. A lot of hooded-eyed people that I speak to say, oh, you know, I don't really bother about my eyelashes. There's no point because when I open my eyes, you can't see my eyelashes anyway because my hoods cover them. Pay attention to your eyelashes. You can wear false eyelashes. You can just load up on the mascara. Personally, I do both. Example A. My favorite mascara is the Chanel Volume Mascara because it really does volumize your lashes, and I use the waterproof one so that my mascara does not end up on my hooded lids because that's never really a good look. If you emphasize your eyelashes, especially your top eyelashes, like your top eyelid, your top lash line, that is going to give your eyes a huge lift. So it's going to bring everything upwards, it's going to open your eyes up and make them appear big and beautiful, and they're not going to appear as hooded or as small or puffy as they may seem otherwise. My last step is eyeshadow, and this is a huge step. This is probably the most important thing you can know about hooded eyes, and that is your eyeshadow. So remember I said to stick with mattes over shimmers, and what you want to do when you're applying your eyeshadow, I usually apply mine with this baby here. This is my BDELLIUM Tools 787 Duo Fiber Blending Brush. What you want to do is look at yourself straight on in the mirror, figure out where the crease of your eye is supposed to be. So if you open your eyes and look at yourself front on, and you should be able to see your eyeshadow when you're looking at yourself front on. If you can't see your eyeshadow and yet you've applied eyeshadow, that shows you that you need to bring it up higher. Apply your eyeshadow, look at yourself in the mirror. Can you see your eyeshadow or can you not see your eyeshadow? If you can't see it, it's because your hood is actually covering your mobile lid, and probably you've only applied the eyeshadow to your mobile lid. So what you want to do, look at yourself front on, slowly and gradually bring that eyeshadow up higher until when you look at yourself, you can actually see that you do have eyeshadow onto that hood. And remember to blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Eat less salt, drink more water. Sorry, I had to throw that little lecture in there. It won't make a huge difference, but it will make a slight difference. The reason you want to try and eat less salt, or just cut out salt altogether if you possibly can, is because salt can cause your eyes to retain water. So if your eye area, like your eye socket, is retaining water, it's going to be even more puffy and it's going to feel really squidgy to touch, and it's just not going to look very good. Try and avoid salt and sugar if you can, and you might find that your eye area starts to smooth out and doesn't look as puffy or hooded. And if you drink more water, just in general, your body's going to be able to flush out all the toxins, and your system is just going to work a whole lot better, and your face in general will just be so much smoother and even and lovely. So I hope that little hooded eye nutshell helped you guys in some way. What I want you to know is that I have tried to make my YouTube channel very easy to navigate your way around. So if you want to know more about hooded eyes, or you have hooded eyes yourself and you want to see some makeup looks that are going to look beautiful on your hooded eyes and teach you how to work with them, then you should know that I have made a playlist all about hooded eyes. So everything you could possibly want to know about hooded eyes will be in that playlist, and I will have that playlist in the description box down below. So make sure to check out that playlist and you will never struggle with hooded eyes again, if I do say so myself. I know firsthand how difficult and how awkward hooded eyes are to have, especially in the world of makeup. So I hope you guys found that helpful. Remember, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel so that you can see more videos from me. Otherwise, I hope that you enjoyed it. I love you all so, so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!